Got ahead of myself. The light, the bright light. Shoot. What in the devil is the other? Where's the other phone? Got a lot happening around here. Let's see if I can, no, I can't see a thing. I think my reading glasses are dirty. It's Friday night, which I don't know if it's anybody else's. It's my favorite night of the week. Then my next favorite night is Thursday night, because on Thursday night, I'm getting ready for Friday night. By Saturday morning, it's all going downhill, right? Oh, it's just, especially a Friday night when you're home and you're not doing anything. I could not enjoy nothingness more than I do. It's almost bad. Other than these teenagers here. I mean, I just love it. We just went to a friend's house to pick up a child and sat over there and ate some, well, I had some spaghetti because I hadn't had dinner. And then we had some marshmallows. Hey, I hear your bracelet. We went to a cousin's house tonight, which was kind of fun for a little while at 5:30. And then we had a glass of wine and chit-chatted with some folks, which was sort of nice since I don't ever get out of here. And then we came back home and went to a friend's, and now I'm about to put Amos to bed. But it's Friday night, so you're like kind of off, you know? So nice. Good evening. Nice to catch you live. It's nice to be caught live. You know, today was, a lot has been happening in the world of nothingness. Hold on. In the world of life, you know? So, there's been a lot of news stuff. You look good in black. Well, it's navy. But thank you. It's from the TJ Maxx. I like your glasses. You know, they're reading glasses. They're peepers. I got them at the airport. I need to put them in my Amazon store. So there's been a lot of news happening this week. And this morning, so I've had Nurse Gina here, my nurse, who is delightful. So we hit some of the news, which was kind of nice. But I was like, you know, some of this stuff I'm going to talk about on the big page because I think it is important to kind of get into it. So probably the big, and some people are going to be like, I'm sick of hearing this. Well, then go on with your bad self and go watch Knight Rider or something. One of the big things that happened this week is that Gypsy Rose is out of prison. Gypsy Rose is the girl that was raised by the woman that has Munchausen by proxy. And she was convicted of, I guess, planning the murder of her mother. And she is now out of prison. And she was on Good Morning America this morning. So I watched it and was like, oh, hi, Sarah. Just on a text stream with a bunch of mothers who have non-sleepers. I see you. I hear you. So Gypsy Rose, they're asking Gypsy Rose, well, you just seem like you've kind of become a star. You know, do you want the attention? And she was like, you know, I'm just acting like myself. And I love that because here this young woman, or maybe she's 30 by now, she has never been allowed to be herself. She was forced to pretend she was paraplegic and had cancer. And you know what? Good on her if she has 6.5 million followers on Instagram and is popular and like feels like she's getting a leg up because her whole life she had a feeding tube. Anyway, I feel really strongly that she went through a criminal justice system in the best country in the world, and she did exactly what she was supposed to do. And it ain't up to us to be like, well, why is she out, or why is she this, or why is she that? You know what? I don't care. I'm just glad I live in a country where Kim Jong-un doesn't just decide to shoot you up, you know? Are you going to get bad weather tonight? Rain. I love rain in January. There's nothing that'll quite make you feel as depressed as January and rain, other than February and rain. But that February is kind of like Thursday night. You're getting close to spring. And we'll probably get no snow, which is downright depressing. Just a teensy bit of snow. Is that a zit on my foot? I have a zit. My God, I'm almost 50 and I have a freaking zit. So that's one big piece of news. The next news is Oscar Pistorius, is that his name? Has gotten out of jail. Now, you want to talk about somebody who should not be out of jail. It's Oscar. Now, he's in South Africa. So over there, the rules are a little bit wonky. So he goes to jail. He's convicted of murdering his girlfriend, law student / model, Reva Steenkamp. Kills her. And he only has to serve half a sentence. So now he's out. I mean, that mofo, I wish he was in there forever. So he, this is why you should rethink being registered as a Democrat. I'm not registered as a frickin' Democrat. And, you know, this is why you should rethink watching me. I mean, seriously. I cannot imagine watching someone and just commenting negatively. Sometimes I think about it, and then I'm like, who are you becoming? You're becoming Karen, Susan. I don't know why she says that. I'm just going to watch her and send her mean messages and tell her that I am tired of what she's talking about. I don't like it. I don't like what she does. I don't like her calling herself a debutante. Everything about her annoys me, and I'm going to tell her about it because I have nothing else to do but complain and be annoyed at her because, damn it, I should have been a blogger. I was a debutante. I could have done this. There's no reason she should be making money, sitting on her couch, her chubby self. It's not fair. Just because she has a son with autism. My life is hard. Why does she get all the attention? Damn it. And then if I say, this is why I have a subscriber group, then I get the messages that say, and you make me feel bad because I am not a subscriber and you make me feel like I'm doo-doo on a shoe. Why? Why must you make me feel so bad? I can't stand it. I hate it. I hate you. I hate everything about it. It's terrible. So anyway, Oscar Pistorius has no legs. Well, below his knees. He had a congenital thing. He was born, they amputated below his knees. So he had these like large paperclip legs and they bounced. Well, he was very fast, which I did think, and obviously I'm a fan of people with disabilities, but at some point you're going to be faster than other people because you're running on like pogo sticks, right? And I don't like him, so I'm just looking for a reason to be annoyed with him. So anyway, he's fast, but he's, you know, bing, 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 bing on this stuff. He wakes up in the night. He lives in a gated community. He hears, yeah, my nurse this morning told some story about Tang Tang. He wakes up in the night. Who wakes up in the night? Amos does not wake up in the night. Amos goes to sleep. I can. You can. But I said you called him. Called who? You called me mommy. I called you mommy? Yeah. I didn't call you. You have 9 minutes. So. You don't have the 9 minutes. Okay. Just watch a little more. All right. So he, yes, he wakes up in his gated community. I have a parrot. His name is Amos. And he's scared. He thinks someone is in the bathroom This is what he says. Now, his girlfriend has spent the night. So the two of them are in the bed. So if I'm in the bed and I have a bunch of children, but let's just say it's just my husband and I wake up and I hear a noise in the bathroom. Well, the first thing I'm going to do is reach my hand over and be like, Reva, did you hear that? Right? No, not him. He bounces out of bed with no legs, he says, and knocks over to the door till he's about yay high and just starts shooting through the bathroom door. 3 times. Shoots through the bathroom door with no legs on. Now, during the trial, the bullet holes were from up here. So he would have had to have been in, Ting Ting would have had to have held the gun way up here to shoot at that angle because he's a liar. And he had his legs on. Oh, I think he had his legs on. Ting Ting, they had been yelling. A neighbor had said she had heard screaming and fighting. There were multiple texts from her saying, you're so mean to me. We had to leave a party early. He got mad at her because she touched his neck. He was an asshat. Hey, Lynn. Total asshat. And murdered her. And how did he walk without his prosthesis? Well, I wouldn't think he'd be quick. He does, Joey. No, he went in the bed. He got up and shot her through the door. He was mad. And her poor parents. Yeah, so Ting Ting is now out of jail. I tell you what. Yesterday I watched this Dateline episode. Not Dateline. It was on like Paramount or something. Peacock. And it was about the guy that poured gasoline all over his girlfriend and set her on fire. And what would be his motive? Well, his motive was he was abusive. And sometimes, I don't know if you know about this, but if people are abusive, it's called domestic violence. They will kill someone. Yep. So he was mad at her. He was always convinced she was like having an affair on him, doing something. The neighbor heard her screaming, heard him shooting, and heard more screaming. So there you go. You haven't heard of him? I don't know where you've been, Shirlene. So he sucks. So he's out of prison now. So anyway, I don't like that story. And then, let's see there was a school shooting yesterday. So I put up a video today of an interview I had with Dr. Amy James. She's nearby for me, Newbern. And she talked about kind of how to know about a school shooter, things you should know. People really struggle when I put up older videos. I'm not sure why. It makes people very uncomfortable. Like, people will be like, this video is old. I mean, I'm watching Different Strokes reruns and Silver Spoons, and I love them. I'm not like, I read the same book over and over again. I love recycled stuff. It's always people that are like, wanting to recycle and not even throw away a tennis shoe that can't take old stuff. Yes, I saw the video of the guy attacking the judge in Las Vegas. So the guy is like, well, I shouldn't go to jail, and I didn't do anything, and, I just lost my domestic violence, lost my something. And the judge is like, you know what? Bullshit aloni. I don't believe you, and you are a liar. And he literally flew over the desk, and she's trying to get out of the way and lands on her. Well, they beat the doo-doo out of him. He bad. Yeah, bad. Oh, he did have his legs on. Oh, he had his legs on. Yes, that's what I mean. So see, Catherine, he was pretending he didn't have his legs on, but they knew he did. But so he had these darn legs on, Pistorius. And anyway, yeah, I mean, some interviews are great. And Dr. James is amazing. The school shooting yesterday was in Idaho, Iowa, Idaho. And, well, it's terrible. It's terrible. And, I don't know how to fix things. Iowa. Thank you, Sandy. But I will tell you one thing that we have in common of all these shootings that happen. The shooters always tell a story of, well, not always, because Columbine was very different. Extreme bullying. And I think Nurse Gina today said that she had gone to the principal because her son was being bullied. And the principal was like, I've got bigger fish to fry than worry about that. And I think we have to really acknowledge that bullying is dangerous. And does it mean that, you should kill somebody or shoot somebody? No, but we have to acknowledge that bullying is really flammable. Anyway, so that's just terrible. But at least the police got in there. I think ever since the last, the shooting Uvalde, where the people stood out in the hall for an hour, that just undid. I think all of us just, no, parents allow bullying. I don't know about that. I think sometimes bullies have been bullied and bullied in the past. Yes. People that take a gun to school are not people that are happy. My teenagers, happy playing basketball, good students, have friends, social, cooking. These kids are struggling. They are struggling. I agree, Nancy. Internet, social media, it's really hard. And I think, well, anyway, it's hard. Hurt people hurt. Yeah. But we're just talking about news generally. The other big news thing today, what was it? There was something else. Hilaria Baldwin's having another baby. Actually, that's a lie. Maybe she could be. Hell, she could have like 10 surrogates pregnant right now. They're like planting dandelions. Can we talk about Hilaria Baldwin, though, just for a minute? Just because we need a light subject for a second. Hilaria Baldwin, also known as Hillary, who's from Boston, is married to Alec Baldwin. And she's the one that has pretended that she's Hispanic. I don't know if that's the right word. A native Spanish speaker. And was on the cover of Hola magazine or Hello or whatever it was. And that just is really bad because there's not much space. It's kind of like if you had a mom of a child with autism and you were lying and your child didn't have autism and you got to go on the Today Show and you wrote a book and you got all this attention and you were lying and you didn't have a child with autism. Well, then you've taken up a space of somebody else that was that person. And that's Hilaria, Latino. Thank you. So that dummy was on the Today Show cooking I mean, the videos, the lies and the videos are amazing. And she says, and you cooking, and I'm using the, I've got lettuce and cucumber. And then she grew up in Boston and went to private school. And then, I've got the rice, and how you say it in English. Oh, tomato. Mother fricker-rucker. How you say it? Tomato? You are from Boston. You visited Spain in the summers. You have named your children Eduardo, Hilaria, Edusi, Docopone, Sopese, Colesi, Onosi, Osiete, mi no nono, mi no toca en inglés, español. Anyway, just felt important to bring that up because that's maybe one of my favorite topics. And then she had a miscarriage, which 70% of us have had a miscarriage. And it's sad. I had a miscarriage. But, a miscarriage is not like losing a child. And I can say that because I've had a miscarriage. And she has a miscarriage. Well, then she gets pregnant. And then she's having a boy. So they inject the surrogate with the girl baby. And then she goes on and says, well, we lost our daughter. She had a miscarriage at like 7 weeks. She ain't lose any daughter. She knew it was a girl because she had picked a girl.
Shoot, I gotta do my schoolwork.
Schoolwork tonight? Why?
I don't know.
Yeah. But why would you?
What about the Gypsy Rose thing?
Yes.
I feel like you would talk about that on your blog.
I did. I talked about it tonight.
You did?
She has 7 million followers on Instagram.
Really?
Gypsy Rose. That's what we started off on. Gypsy Rose. Yeah, Gypsy Rose. I'm glad she's all right. She was on a talk show and cooking. How you say tomato? I know. Her oldest is Taco. Yeah, Amos did.
How old is Gypsy Rose? Like 50?
Gypsy Rose is 32.
Didn't she go to prison for 20 years? For 10?
She only had to go for 10. Her mother had her had. It would be like if I put you in a wheelchair and made you pretend to have cancer. Where's Ansley?
She had to go home. She has to wake up early.
Oh, okay. Well, she'll go down and play some ping pong with Daddy.
We already did.
Oh.
Blair got mad because I won. She was trying to hit me with the ball.
Oh, why don't y'all? No, we're not cook. No, we are not cooking.
I'll do the dishes.
Well, if you cook and I go in that kitchen and I don't see one thing of it, that's fine.
Okay.
Okay. But if I see one thing of it, you owe me 3 hours of babysitting, both of you.
Okay. I'm good at doing.
I mean, if I see one sprinkle. I'm going to win this. All her teeth were pulled out. Yes, Amos just said, go away, sissy. So Gypsy Rose. I sent Gypsy Rose a message to see if she would come on my page. She hasn't answered. I detest children cooking in the kitchen. I know there are other people that are good mothers. I am not one of them. Cooking in the kitchen makes... Where'd my food coloring go? Where are the plastic bowls? Where's the mixer? Where's the blender? When you use mixers and blenders and food coloring at 9:30 on a Friday night, it's like I'm dying a slow death. And Hilaria Baldwin, she might think it's fun and cute to have those 9 small babies. Wait till they get big like this, and they wear big clothes and big shoes, and they don't answer the phone anymore. They don't even talk to you. They just send you messages like, take me off family share. I might be my mommy dearest. What are you looking for?
Food coloring that I bought last week.
You bought food coloring?
Yes, we ran out. We needed it.
Where'd you get it?
DoorDash.
You DoorDashed food coloring?
I don't know.
It's in the, what's the dog doing? The food coloring is in the door of the pantry.
No, that's the old kind that ran out.
It's not. I just cleaned out the pantry last Saturday. Remember, I did it all day.
Can you come show it to me? I don't recollect seeing it.
Did you just say recollect? I don't recollect seeing it. I'm trying to use big words. You're real smart.
It's not this one. Why don't we just use this one?
What's that? Yeah, that's it.
That does not count.
Well, that's all I got.
There's some right here.
Oh, there it is. You hit it.
That's food coloring?
Yes.
I thought that was icing.
No.
Oh.
I see little things like
Looking forward to my free babysitting. 1 sprinkle.
that. You know that you got your last warning?
What? I got a warning. For what?
Recycling, because you were putting trash in the recycling can.
Heat oven to 350.
And if you do it one more time, they're banned.
Wait, okay, what pan are we using?
So we haven't had recycling in Edenton for years. And now, lo and behold, we have recycling every other week. Well, I've been using the recycling bin for trash for 6 years because why not? Well, now, because we have recycling every other week, they're like, oh, you can't put trash in the recycling bin. Well, why not? That's not my recycling bin. It's my trash can. It's just blue. I'm going to spray paint that mother fricker black tomorrow. That's what I'm going to do. It's true. Stack them. Stack what? God, they're turning up.
Making a layer cake.
Layer cake.
It's gonna be good.
Use the bottom oven. She just said, duh.
Yeah, but I didn't get out of that.
Duh. I have a PhD. I have a master's degree from Chapel Hill. I have an undergraduate degree from Meredith College. I was a researcher. I traveled all over the country collecting financial data about pre-K programs. And now they say things like this to me. Duh. It's so demeaning. That's what being a parent's like. Duh. Anyway, if you need excitement and fun and entertainment, come join my subscriber page. No one's hating you if you don't, but it's very fun and funny. You need to go to bed. Well, that's the truth. I'm going to take Amos to bed. And tomorrow morning, it'll be Saturday, and we'll have coffee chat, probably around 10 a.m. We're going to try to sleep in. Coffee chat, 10 a.m. tomorrow. Goodbye.